Everyone, my name's TJ and I'll be your teacher. So, sadly, wala akong the slides kasi lahat ng gamit namin na deployed kasi nagka-problema yung sa laptop and I had to use my laptop to... Di ba wala kayo napansin na mali? Di ba? Wala, di ba? So, yun yung my laptop sinundi. Pero ako ngayon yung may kodigo. Alright, so, who here is part of the multimedia? Wow, lahat pala. So, who here are the leaders in the multimedia? Multimedia heads. Alright, so production, di ba? Sino dito yung may live stream every week? Oh, thanks. Halos lahat din. Alright, so... Sorry, nawala yung call ko. Alright, so... Alright, so yeah, quick introduction. Hi everyone, my name is TJ. I'm the multimedia head of Malayang Pilipino and FIJ City Church. So ako yung anak ni Pastor A and Pastor Jack, as you all know. And I've been, a short backstory. I never thought the production ministry has been such an instrumental tool in my life na, I realized na if I never was in the production ministry, I would have never been where I am now. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm actually a director. I direct commercials and I'm directing now in a TV show. So, and my testimony to you is that, alam mo, yung ginagawa ko ngayon, 90% you are doing now in your live streams. So, can you imagine na yung ginagawa na, yung natutunan mo dahil sa church, yung nag-set up ng camera, di ba? Sino dito may switcher? Well, 50% na kayo ng ginagawa namin. Sino dito may 2 cameras, multiple cameras? Oh, 70% na. Sino dito yung may audio, nakapatch sa mixer? Oh, 80% na. Di ba? I realized that the skills we gain in church is actually instrumental. Hindi lang siya yung sa church lang eh. And I realized that people who are in church excel more than people who are in the industry. Do you agree? And so I want to start this journey for my discussion to you through a verse. Proverbs 29 verse 18, where there is no vision, the people perish. First part. So number one, that I want you to have right now, if feeling, the number one thing that can defeat you is complacency. Do you agree? Yes. Na gumagana naman eh, okay na yan, di ba? Yung hindi naman, may nanonood naman eh, nagreklamo, okay na yan. And so, I want you to go in right now, in your mind, think of a vision for your team. Diba? Where do you want to see your team? A year from now, 5 years from now, diba? 6 years from now, 7 years from now. Because that's going to be the foundation of what I'm going to tell you right now. So what we're going to be discussing right now. So my title is Simplicity in the Ministry. Simplicity in the production ministry. Quote and quote production na lang. Kasi those good, wala lang. So simplicity is very important. Oh wait, sorry. Production masterclass. There we go. The first thing I want to ask you right now is, what's in your hand? What do you have right now in your ministry? Diba? Kasi the number one trap that you can have in your ministry right now is, wala kaming ganito, wala kaming ganyan. Do you agree? Wala kaming switcher, wala kaming camera, wala kaming broadcast camera, di ba? Wala kaming kung ano-ano. But then you have to ask yourself, what's in your hand? Yung testimony ko rin is that 5 years ago, actually 7 years ago, when Facebook Live was being a thing, alam niyo yun, Facebook Live, yung first time pa lang siyang gumagana sa Facebook, I thought of live streaming our service through my phone. Kasi naka-live stream, nakagaya na sa likod sa soundproof. Narinig pa yung mga chismisan ng soundman. may nagko-comment, quiet po production. Kasi nakalagay na yung phone ng ganyan. And because when we started with the new phone, and the phone wasn't a good phone, it was just a regular phone, diba? The phone started our vision for our live streams. Because of the phone that we had, that we set there, sabi namin, how can we make this better? Diba? Do we need this camera? Do we need that camera? What do we need? Diba? And then, hindi kasunod ng what do we need? Prayer, syempre. Kasi walang budget eh. Diba? Pag-pray na lang. Kaya na sinabi ni Pastor A. But then, as time went by, we, instead of looking, we need this, hindi natin magagawa ng ganyan, we tried to make it work with what we had. So our phone was connected to a computer na, di ba? HDMI, got connected to a computer, tapos yung audio naka-patch na rin sa laptop. Tapos from the phone, naging camcorder na, di ba? Tapos from the camcorder, naging 4-camera setup na siya, na may crane, di ba? May mga kung ano-ano. It's because, you know, our ministry is instrumental. Do you agree? Kasi yung ministry natin reaches people outside of the church. Diba? And so, I'm not saying na tayo yung pinaka-importante, but then when you think about it, people will know God more through our ministry. Diba? Yung mga non-believers. And we've been having actually, si Pastor A, whenever we would have like breakfast, we would have breakfast, people would message him, Pastor A friend of mine sent us their live stream and we were so touched by them. They attend the next week. And then they bring in their friends, diba? In a way, we are missionaries worldwide. Can you imagine? From where you are, you're reaching people worldwide. And so it's not only in the live stream production, diba? It's in the social media team. You're instrumental. If you don't have that, you can't reach people. That's yung photographers, diba? From the PA, everything. Because what I want to preach in the production team is team, di ba? I started off na ako lang lahat, yung cameraman. Actually ngayon medyo ganun din yung role namin kasi, well, yeah. But then we started off like that, di ba? Ikaw lahat eh. Parang feeling mo mas kontrolado mo, di ba? Pag ikaw lang lahat. But then I realized na if it's only you, you're gonna get tired quickly. Tapos you'll never grow because delegating, working with a team is when you grow. So to those of you who are lone wolves right now, sabihin nyo, bro, you gotta change. Change. Because the production team is a team, diba? It's a team. It's not just the TD or whatever. It goes down from the PA up to the directors. Same is true sa amin in TV. Na everyone is a vital part of the team. Ultimo yung nag-map lang ng sahig namin. Because we make sure that once the guest goes into our studio, everything's clean, di ba? Because even the guard, ang dami na nasabi, parang church nga actually yung set namin kasi everyone's smiling, di ba? Binabati yung production team, naka-black lot, parang may culture or something, but then nakangiti, di ba? But then you see, all these things can come true when you make do with what you have. You know, make sure that you're maximizing what you have right now. Ang problema kasi people think na, we need this, we need that. Pero ang nangyayari pala, hindi mo naman maximize yung meron ka. So number one I want you to do is to make an inventory. Diba? What do you have right now? And then number two, after you make an inventory, know everything about what you have right now. Ano yung pasikot-sikot, diba? Pag nagka-problema dito, paano ayusin? Or like, what's our upgrade path? Kasi ang problema, bibili ka ngayon, biglang, hanggang dito lang pala to, hindi ka makaka-upgrade, di ba? And so, number 3, let's plan your upgrade path. And countless times, we've actually had that problem na nasasayang lang yung gamit. Kasi, bakit? Wala. After magamit ng isang beses, na-realize namin na it's not worth it. Hindi na research or whatever. So doon lang. Tapos galit yung board of directors kasi hindi nagagamit. Di ba? So kunwari, hawak mo lang kahit di nakakon. Para hindi magalit. But then you see, number 1 talaga is to know what's in your hand. Because to be honest, di ba alam niyo yung creativity? Yung creativity lumalabas pag kulang. Di ba pag wala kayo masyadong gamit, imbis na tripod, yung mic stand, lalagyan mo ng tape yung di ba parang ganun eh. And actually, right, even now, in in real production, commercials, TV, I still do that. Yung mga natutunan ko dati sa imbis na, alam niyo yung mga diffuser, nakikita niyo may sobrang laki. So, ang mahal yun eh. So, ang ginagawa namin, bedsheet, tapos talagyan lang namin ng clip. And these are the things that I did in church that I still do right now in a film or commercial with a budget. Because why? It works. And then that's why leading to my next point, which is keep it simple. Diba? So most often than not, nabubulag tayo sa kailangan ganito. Diba? Kailangan si pastor bababa naka-harness. Tapos may smoke. Diba? Tapos may violin. Diba? Parang ganun. Kasi magsisiga kayo, parang umiiyak yung tao. Diba? Parang ganun. But then you see the problem with that is you're detaching the people, the congregation, from what's being preached. Diba? Actually, one time, I don't know if you guys do this, yung banda, every time na may sinabi si yung pastor na maganda, biglang magbubuhos. Kasi the whole preaching. Tapos nag-light show, di ba? Kahit yung, amen! may smoke machine lang. And it kind of detached me from the experience. Kasi imbis na you're listening to the pastor, you're understanding what he's saying. That's what's happening. Actually, right now, in our work, we also went through a huge shift in what do you call this? Yung sa ano namin. A huge shift in our approach on how we shoot a TV show. Kasi the TV show, di ba, usually 1 guest, 3 guests, 4 guests, commercial, ganun. But then we realized na we were wasting too much time and effort and money. Tapos, half-baked. Kasi bakit? Actually, right now, I work for Tony Gonzaga. So, yeah, I work for her TV show. Ang mga directors there.
Yes, excuse lang. Para, quick lang din. Kung lang tayo, malinis naman ito yung sa floor daw, okay lang kaya. Para daw yung sa mga nasa likod, hindi na kailangan.
Oo, tama. Upo na lang kayo sa
Okay lang, yung mga naka-chair siguro, ilagay, paano ba? Prod team,
wala, deployed lahat ng prod team.
Kasi guys, sobrang overwhelmed kami.
Yeah, nagulat kami.
Promise na.
Na-expect namin, 5 lang eh.
So okay lang guys, no? Tulungan tayo para marami tayong matutunan at marami tayong... Siguro sa floor na lang tayo maupo. Tamang na lang, music later. Sorry to cut, pero yeah. Quickly lang naman. Para
ito.
Oo, alisin na natin yan. Thank you, brother. Yo. Tsaka parang mas maganda sa picture.
Oo nga.
Oh, yun. Galing. So, yung iba, kung gusto pa rin tumayo, it's your turn.
Ay, namatay yung speaker sa kanan.
Wala.
Namatay yung baka na tamaan or something. Naman.
Tibing. L. Okay, sa tiis-tiis na lang ha.
Yeah.
Basta isipin nyo sa impyerno, mas mainit. Sorry lang, gilid na lang.
Alright.
Thank you! So yeah, DJ, go.
Alright, so, simplicity requires effort. Write that down on your phone or wherever, di ba? Because why? It's so easy to say na ganito na lang, ganito. Yung ang dami yung, when you're thinking of events in your church and whatever, it's so easy to fill it up with whatever, di ba? But then, simplicity requires effort. Kasi mag-iisip ka na how can we tone down things na hindi siya magiging cluttered. Actually, yung Create Conference went through that. So at first, we had some ideas, di ba? Dapat yung run sheet namin, wala kayong lunch break. Kasi daming gagawin, medyo wala. But then we decided na keep it simple. So, yun. And keeping it simple, number 1. Number 2, will save you lots of time and money. Di ba? So, right now, in our production team, we decided na, kasi who here went through problems with yung scheduling people? Number 1. Diba, ng pandemic, lalo, no? Hirap. ayaw lumabas ng mga tao, tapos biglang, ang dami kasi hindi nag-attend eh. Kami rin eh. There would be times na dalawang camera yung hawak ko. So biglang yung live sa computer, sa ganyan. So kami, we decided na, imbis na nasa-stress kami na mag-push ng 4 camera setup, we decided na 2 cameras na lang. Diba? Simple. Hindi kami, tas yung team namin ngayon is revolving na lang. And that's one more thing. Build a team. Diba? Build a team that you can trust. Kasi ang problema, pag ikaw lang nakakalam ng lahat, tas nawala ka, titigil. Pansin niyo yun? Pag hindi kayo pwedeng mawala sa church, pag ganun. Ang problema pag ganun, church becomes another job. Diba? Your ministry becomes another job. Work on a rest day. Diba? Parang ganun. And for the longest time, that was me. Na pumunta ako sa church, set up ko lang, mag-switch ako, live stream, uwi, diba? Ganun. Parang nade-detach na ako sa essence ng church. Because why? Church became just another job. But then now, our team was cut in half because of the pandemic. So from a pool of 8 camera operators, naging 3 na lang. And then, because of my job, I would miss Sundays sometimes. And then nakakatawa dun, because I miss church, yung cameraman namin sabi, okay, ikaw magpapatak ng service. So I taught him everything, end to end. Isang araw, nag-session kami. And ngayon, siya yung nagpapatok ng church kahit wala ako. Even nandun ako, siya na. Kasi bakit? You have to be willing to take the time and effort to train the person who will replace you someday. Diba? Hindi naman replace you, but will help you. Kasi yung church is a marathon, hindi siya sprint. Hindi yung ako lahat burn out, wala ka na, di ba? You have to build a team that will flourish. And ako, it took a long time for me to learn that. Na ako kasi wala akong, parang hindi naman sa walang tiwala, pero feeling ko pag hindi ako hands-on, may maling mangyayari. Gets niyo? So yun, build your team. Innovation is saying no to a lot of things. So, many times, it's easier to say yes. Do you agree? Diba? Sabihin sa'yo ng leader mo, yun, yung pastor, diba? Siya nagsabi, gusto ko mawaka ako sa stage, ganyan yung harness. Tapos naka-angel outfit, diba? But then, sometimes, that doesn't work. Diba? Alam mo, it's not gonna work. It's gonna crash and burn. So, you tell it, how are you gonna say that to that person na no, but we can do this? Diba? The trick to saying no is not just saying, hindi pwede. Ayaw namin. Kasi bakit? Ma-offend yung tao. How are you gonna say, I'm gonna teach you in my 8 years of working in the film industry where the egos are so high. Diba? Everyone thinks they're the best. No, we can't do that. But what if we try this? Diba? Or, hindi pwede yan. Pero parang mas okay if we do that, pero in this way. Diba? Parang ganun. Never be hostile in the production team, especially to the people na under you. Kasi the moment na naging ganun ka, pikon na yung tao sa'yo. Tapos minsan di ko susundan. Pansin niyo yun? Diba? So, one thing that I've learned talaga in the film industry that I'm able to apply in my life, tsaka in the production team in our church, is that treat people with value. Diba? Kasi ang hirap na if I teach you here right now how to light scene, diba? How to set up cameras and whatever. Pero pag wala kayo yung foundation of how you're gonna treat your people, it's gonna be all for nothing. Because yung biggest investment natin sa production team is what? People. Diba? They are you give them time eh. Diba? They give their time to you for free. Can you imagine on a Sunday? Yung mga tao, yun yung kabuhayan. Tapos these people are doing it to you for free, to the church for free. Diba? Yung passion nila is greater than the people who are actually doing it professionally. Kasi bakit? Their passion is in God. And so how are you going to utilize these people in order to flourish in the production team? So number one thing you do is you give them big responsibility. Diba? Huwag naman yung kukuha, yung PA nyo, taga-kuha ng kape, di ba, or whatever. Yun lang yung trabaho niya every Sunday, taga-hawak ng mic. Ako, yung sa amin, minsan, ginagawa ko yan si Christian, yung cameraman natin, he can attest to that. Yung sasabihin ko, come switch. Tapos ako magka-camera, palit kami. Biglaan. Tapos after nun, nag-switch na siya lagi. Kasi bakit? I gave him a bigger responsibility of what he thought na hindi niya kaya. So sometimes, giving your teammate, for example, yung PA nyo, ikaw mag-photo, di ba? Kahit blurred lahat. At least natutunan siya, di ba? At least next week, hindi na blurred. Kasi alam niya na kung paano. But actually, yung sinasabi ko rin minsan na let's take one bad Sunday and turn it into a lot of good Sundays. Parang ganun minsan eh. Na yung nasira yung live stream kasi bago yung switcher. Kasi okay lang yan. Kasi at least yun, you train someone new. Di ba? You gain another you. Para ikaw, ikaw yung leader, nakagawa ka ng isang caliber ng tao na parang leader din. Di ba? And that's the gist of our production team. It's not just to go to church and to set up the live stream, diba? Take photos, post it on Instagram, so uwi ka na. It's actually to grow a team na will save souls, will reach people worldwide. Do you want that for your production team? Diba? So, yeah. Here's my last point before we go to our Q&A. So, small improvements is equal to bigger growth. Diba? Take the time every week to see where you can improve. It doesn't have to be drastic. For example, yung cameraman mo, darating 5 minutes bago magsimula yung service. Siguro mga 7 minutes next week, di ba? Yung maganda din yun, di ba? Huwag naman ganun. Legit, may ganun kami. Naka-coms na yung crane namin wala pa. Saan nasa na siya, no? Nagka-countdown na yung live stream, biglang uupo. Dito na po ako. Parang ganun. Pero I talked to him, sabi ko, hey, di na pwede yan, di ba? So dumarating siya, 15 minutes before na, nakakasaway. And it got to a point na, bago yung umabot na siya sa call time, di ba? So yun. And so, make small improvements for your team. It's important to watch your live streams every Sunday. Siguro like, yung next Sunday, panoorin niyo yung live stream niyo. Ito yung mga mali, how can we improve, diba? And sa photos siguro na you check out yung mga peg, diba? Kita po tayo sa Pinterest, kita yung peg sa Instagram. Tapos how can we emulate this? Yung next week natin, maganda, diba? Parang Hollywood. So yun, small improvements is better than big, yung gusto nyo biglaan, yung next week iba agad yung programming, di ba? Kami, sa work ko ngayon, we're trying to slowly change it. We're trying different things every day. Hindi kami yung isang bagsakan na, di ba? Kasi if nagbago kayo bigla and it doesn't work, sayang yung effort nyo. So yun, my last point is that you can never learn too much. Like I said, yung sa production team, I started just editing my dad's announcement videos. Like, 10 years ago, halos. Tapos yung mga interview namin sa church, yung phone lang kinukuha. Nakaganyan lang. Tapos minsan, akala kong galing ba na. 11 minutes yung interview. Boring. Walang cut. Nakaganyan lang. But then you see, gradually, I tried my best to look at films. I read all of the magazines, yung mga blog posts and all that. And I can say na talagang it led me to this path na I'm able to do what I love in church before professionally. And so, yun yung napansin ko kasi yung isa namin director is also a Christian. Kasi ganun din, hindi siya, nag-switch siya sa church. And feeling ko ganun talaga na people who do it for church are way better than people who do it professionally. Bakit? Kasi doon yung passion na kahit walang bayad, or all these things. As long as you're hungry to learn. Always be hungry to learn. Na wag lang yung gumagana naman tayo, okay na yun. Like I said. So always strive for perfection. Now, right now, when I sat down here, so many things went wrong. Pero hindi niya pansin, di ba? Kasi ang lakas ng music, hindi na narinig yung sigaw ko. Di ba? Nawawala yung feed namin and stuff. But then, we were able to cure it all nung next na kantahan, di ba? Kasi ganun talaga na sometimes yung plano nyo doesn't go Actually, 99% of the time, it doesn't go according to plan. And it's okay. That's where repetition comes in. Na nagka-problema yung ganito, how will you fix it? It's a muscle, yung problem solving. And this is what production team is. It's a big problem solving exercise. So yun. So I hope na you guys learned something from this. This is very broad. Pero to be honest, this really helped our team. I just hope you try it, minimal lang, di ba? Yung mga PA nyo, gawin yung pastor, dahil di ba naman ganun. Turo agad, turo na. So, like I said, always try something new every week, di ba? And deliberate, build a team, and strive for success. Hopefully, na you'll reach your vision. But it all starts with your vision. Alam mo yung vision namin when we started Create Conference was Hillsong Conference. And when we started it 10 years ago, as in, wala pang live yun, walang cameras. As in, isang camera na nakaganyan. Tapos yung ilaw namin, ilaw lang ng church. And when I was looking back, sabi ko, grabe yan, we've come so far. Do you agree? Diba, na Create Conference has come so far because why? We had a vision na when we went to Create Conference, when I went to Create Conference 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I said na this is how it has to look like. And then 2018 happened. In 2018 na yun na natin koneta. And so, I hope na all of you have a vision in your life and in your team. Kasi you'll never know. Diba na it will come true. Diba? God will make it come true as long as it's for Him. Diba? And so, for all of us right here, like I said, have a vision, keep it simple, build your team, and strive for perfection. And always learn. Never stop learning. So yun, that concludes my TED Talk. TED Talk. So, I'll be opening the floor for questions. Ay, sige, sa atin. Papasa na lang. Wala tayong ayaw. Thanks, guys.
English pa, English.
Ay, joke.
Oh, sorry. Hindi ako nagtatagalog.
Hindi ako tumayo.
We're from the top.
Yeah.
About siya sa mga gamit. Ano po yung best na or magandang kasi po, we do po live stream in our church and gamit po namin is puro HDMI na cable. So, medyo hassle siya. So, pagka wireless, ano po yung maganda?
Wireless?
Halilan. Apo, yun po talaga yung plan namin for the next.
Actually, one of our problems now is yung wireless namin bumibigay ngayon. Kasi ang dami. We're using 8 wireless. Wala yung wireless namin ngayon. So, yun yung para naging challenge ko now is that bumibigay siya. So, para sa akin, minsan, mas okay pa rin yung wired. HDMI, SDI. So, pero ang wireless, maganda, Halilan. Iba kasi brand gamit namin ngayon, we tried it out. Tapos yung Axun, hindi kami sanay. Tapos ang weird, digital siya. Yung kasi yung Halilan, tapos yung pipilitin mo lang yung channel. Parang siyang radyo. Oh, holy siya, yun yung number 1. Kaya ang ganda ng itsura pag Halilan. Kasi holy. Thank you.
Chris, ikaw muna lang.
Hindi, sige. Yung
Ako ba?
pasa niyo na yung live. Pasa.
Hello po, good afternoon po. Actually sir, to be honest po, yung church kasi namin, maliit na lang siya. And yung sa production, nagtatanong ko kanina, sino yung sa multimedia, sino yung leader ng production. So, honestly po, parang wala pa kami ng concept ng production team. Pero, meron kayong mga live stream. So, ang tanong ko po sana, ano yung scope ng production team? Sa virtual and physical po ba siya? Or in general, parang ano yung pinaka-ministry or ginagawa po ng production team para pagdating namin sa church, magawa po namin siya?
Actually, how I define multimedia and production team is multimedia is more on the back end. So, anong yung back end? Sila yung postings, they do the curating of the photos, yung mga editing ng videos. So that's how we decided to split the two. So production, basically, isang church, nag-shoot ka ng live stream ng church, that's a set. film set, commercial set. It's a set. So anyone who is concerned with that set, your PA, your stage manager, your cameraman, your photographers, all of that. Actually, photographers minsan they're part of the multimedia team, most of the time. Yung PA mo, TV, yung nag-ooperate ng live stream, they're all production. So the people who work during yung talagang, who run the live stream, yung mga cameraman mo, kasi yung nagsasabi na akit na sa stage, di ba yung mga ganun, those are production team members. Ang multimedia is mostly yung mga back-end stuff, tsaka yung mga photographer, mga nag-edit, mga gumagawa ng posting sa Facebook. Those are multimedia most of the time.
Okay po, sige po.
Yeah. So if you're gonna make a team, start with production team, for example, cameraman, sino yung switcher or yung TV, technical director. Tapos, what do you call this? Yung technical director has to know everything about your equipment. Kasi yung problema, kapag nagka-problema, siya yung hahabulin. Ba't nagka-problema to? And that's actually my job now sa set namin, sa Tony Show. Is that I make sure that all the cameras are running, all the lenses are good, the lighting is good, and what do you call this? The audio is good. Basta anything that has to do with the camera, lights, and sounds, I have to make sure that it's perfect. So yung settings, all of that. So that's why I said na the church really trained me for what I'm doing now. Kasi sa church, ang daming problema eh. Kasi diba, yung usually gamit natin mga China, di ba? Yung mga China na second hand, yung mga gamit natin eh. So the technical directors, all of those, they're part of production. So start with your technical directors. Sino ba yung technical director nyo? And then you can go forward from that.
Okay. So sir, yung parang yung sound band is part din siya ng production?
Yes, such ng production team.
Sige po, kasi yun yung parang visualize ko kanina na parang ano yung mga mga key person para sa production. So yun po, thank you very much po sir.
Alright. Sige, sino ba may question? Sige, si Sir na lang dito. Tako mo na lang. Joke lang. Yeah, paabot lang ng mic sa likod. Ay, kay Pastor A yun eh. Yeah. Wala ngayon. Iba na lang. Sige, sino ba may question? Si Team Jesus. Ay, saan ba? Sige, malapit na eh. Mike.
Wala, sa live stream. Kasi yung problema namin pag nagla-live kami, hindi naririnig yung drums. Ano yung magandang gawin namin?
Naka-patch ba yung drums sa mixer?
Sa mixer po. Yung kick lang na namin. Pero yung ibang
Baka hindi na out yung line nung iba. Baka kulang yung out ng I don't know how this works eh. Kasi sa audio eh. Yung drums lang daw hindi nilirinig. Troubleshooting kasi yun. Most likely. Depende kasi sa gamit yun. Maraming factors. Or maybe the best thing you can do is to have it out ng galing mixer.
Wala kasi kami nakalagay doon na mic.
What do you mean? Wala kayong mic sa drums.
Opo, kaya tatanong ko kung ano magandang
Overhead na isa or dalawa. Or kahit isang mic lang overhead, okay na yun. Sa gitna.
Kahit yung lang yun.
Condenser mic.
Hindi, pwede naman. Pwede yung condenser mic. Pwede naman. If wala talagang choice, that's how you do it. Overhead mic lang. Although, ang problema doon, di mo control yung kung ano yung tunog ng hi-hat, snare, diba? Yun lang. Pero yeah, it's a good way to start. Overhead na lang. Kaya basta marinig. Overhead mic na lang, tas naka-boom. Di ba yung naka-mic stand na mataas, tas ganyan lang. Yung parang dito, yung sa amin, dalawa yung amin eh. Yung naka-overhead, nakita nyo? Kahit isa lang, goods na yun. Layo nyo lang sa cymbals. Pag malakas sumampas yung cymbals. Sige, last question.
Okay guys, last question.
Meron pa naman si Kuya Jobs. Siya na sasagot yung mga math.
Ayan po, sa church po kasi, bless po yung church kasi meron po kaming Panasonic po na ABC cam. Then, meron po kaming mixer na Allen Heat po na SQ6. Ang problema naman po, yung tao po, wala po sa amin kahit sinong may alam po ng gamitin po yung mga gamit na yun. Kaya po minsan nag-OBS po kami. Tapos meron kami sobrang liwanag po talaga na ilaw. Pag tinutok mo talagang nakakabulag po. Kasi hindi po namin alam kung paano po gamitin. Kaya minsan po yung song leader namin nagre-reklamo na aray! Hindi na po sila makakanta ng maayos. Kasi po
Sino yung TV nyo?
Pa?
May TD kayo, technical director.
Wala po kasi wala po talagang binili lang po
Are you
ng pastor
willing?
yun.
Are you willing to be the
willing po talaga kami matuto po kung
Alright,
paano po
YouTube.
gamitin yun. Yung nung nag-YouTube po kami, nung nag-YouTube po kami, nag-try po kami mag-YouTube, pero parang medyo nagugulahan po kami. Pero unti-unti naman po may improvement.
Yeah.
By YouTube po, manonood sa social media. Pero yun nga lang po talaga
Okay,
minsan,
you wanna know how you do it? Pag nag-practice yung banda, that's when you try it. Don't try it on the Sunday service itself. Kasi yung problema, pag nag-run kayo ng Sunday service, ang praise and worship, what? 20-30 minutes. Unlike pag humingi kayo ng oras sa banda na, can we test this for 2 hours? Diba? 1 hour. Alam na rin, pasigot-sigot, tapos nag-YouTube ka beforehand. Diba? How to make cinematic. Diba? Mga ganyan. How to make good shots. Mixer audio. Diba? Mga ganyan. Yung research mo. Tapos you're armed with that knowledge. Now, how are you gonna approach yung problem solving now with the worship team? You have to work with the worship team. Kasi mahirap if you're working on the fly na may bago, try natin sa Sunday. Ano talaga yun?
yun nga rin po yung problem namin kasi music team din po ako.
Ayun lang, ikaw pa
Yun
yung
lang po
problema eh.
Parang, kaya parang ang problema po kami, kapag mag-streaming na po kami,
Oo.
tas nasa music team din po kayo, parang taranta po, ganun po.
Hindi, yun nga. Kaya nga sa akin, while you're doing it ng, 1 week, punta kayo maaga, testingin nyo yung gamit. It's the only way.
Okay, thank you.
And also, no, siguro suggestion. Ito, well, sasabihin ko, itutulong ko rin sana ito later. Pero, one thing that you should do, brother, duplicate yourself. Diba? Lagi mong pilitin na magturo kung ano yung alam mo. Kasi at the end of the day, hindi mo kakayanin lahat. Lagi yun. Okay? So, duplicate mo para hindi ka nataranta. Pili ka na lang kung hindi ka, live stream ka, or doon ka sa worship team, di ba? Mas madaling buhay. So, yun.
Ako, I used to be part of the singers, the songers, pero lumalim boses ko eh, so wala na. So, but then, I took a break from them kasi inaral namin yung ano. So, where is it easier for you to duplicate yourself? Diba? Mas madali bang kumuha ng ibang band member na pwedeng sumalo sa'yo para one day, ano mo yun, parang may karelyebo when you're trying to learn these things. Tapos, ganun talaga eh. You're gonna have to take time away from the band ministry to learn. If ikaw yung willing if ikaw talaga yung number one willing na I'm gonna say na gising ako 5 a.m., mag-jogging ako, tapos pagkatapos na ayusin ko yung sound system na. But then, if that's you, then ikaw yung mag-give way sa band just to do these things. But if there's someone that's willing, you push them. Kasi mahirap yan, yung everyone's just, alam mo yun, sino kaya gagawa? Yeah, everything's on the internet. Oh, yung mga Indian, di ba? Yung mga...
Then, pero legit, halos lahat nasa
Yung mga Indian.
Okay?
Sino yung mga... Legit. Ako, to be honest, everything I learned on YouTube. I didn't go to film school. Marketing ako eh. Diba? Tapos nandito ako. So yun,